Okay guys, this is how the look turned out. If you want to see how I got this look, and I know you guys cannot see it all that well in the sunlight, but the sun was just giving me life for the moment. If you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos and you don't miss anything. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I need to stop babbling because this video is going to end up being really, really long, and I'm going to have to end up doing a lot of extra editing that I don't want to do. So we're just going to hop right into this video. So, hey guys, it is a new year. I'm so happy. 2019. So fast. So, I have done my eyebrows off camera. If you guys want to see a video on how I did my eyebrows, let me know down in the comments. And I will get that up for you guys. But I'm starting off with my eyebrows done. I've applied tape to the outer corners of my eyes, so my eyeshadow comes out nice and sharp, and so my eyeliner is easier to apply. So the first color I'm going into is going to be a transition color, and I'm not even using an eyeshadow. I'm using my contour powder in the lighter shade as my transition color, because it fits my face, and since I'm going to be contouring my nose out, that color will already be into the center of my face, so it won't be all crazy. And it's always like a good natural color. That's a good little tip. Use your contour powder as your transition shade, because it'll always be a good color match to your skin. So I'm just going to put some of that contour powder in my crease. And we're going to blend it out. We want it to be dark enough, but we don't want it to be super, super dark, because we're going to be applying some very light, bright colors to our eyes in a little bit. So we need to have a good transition color so we don't lose any of our colors. Okay. I also got some new brushes. These are unicorn brushes. I got these off of eBay, and they're so cute. They're blue and purple. They're so soft. Okay. I think I'm going to grab my palette now. Now the palette I'm going to be getting my colors from for this eyeshadow look came off of, this is a Amazon palette. This is their version of a 35B palette, but that'll be another video if you guys want to know. So I'm going into this mustardy yellow color first, and I'm going to build that up on the outer corner of my eye, right where I put that transition color at. And we're just going to continue to blend out that mustardy yellow color. You see how cute these brushes look? I had to have them when I saw them online. I had to have them. So I'm just going to keep building up this color. Do the same thing to the other side. I know that this video is going to be a little long, but I wanted to have a very detailed video on this look, even though the look looks so simple. But you can dress this look up, you can dress this look down. You don't have to add all of the extra stuff that I'm going to be adding at the end if you do not want to. So next, I think I'm still using that yellowy mustardy color. But next I'm going to go into a more tangerine orangey color. It'll look similar to the yellow color, except it won't be as yellow. It'll have like red tints to it. You guys will see in a little bit. Okay, now I'm going in with a orange color and I'm going to intensify the crease color. And I'm using a fluffy brush. These brushes are so soft. I kid you not, they are so soft. And I'm using a fluffy brush to apply the lighter colors because I don't want them to be as harsh when I go to blend them out later on. And you guys will see that I am applying a few different layers of the eyeshadow, and it's not because the eyeshadow palette isn't pigmented, because it is very pigmented. It's just I'm not picking up much onto the brush. Does that make any sense? I feel like that was all messed up. I'm not picking up that much product when I use the brush in the little pan, if that makes any type of sense. I'm not picking up as much product. A little bit at a time, so I don't have so much to be blending out. Now we're going to go into a darker color. I'm going to grab another brush, and I believe I grabbed a pencil brush. All the dust, all of the eyeshadow fallout from me using the palette. But yeah, I grabbed a pencil eyeshadow brush and I'm going into a reddish color. This palette really doesn't have a red inside of it, but it's like a corally, orangey, burnt orange color. And I'm going to be applying that right into the crease so I can have some definition. And since I'm about to start adding in a few other colors, I want there to be a color difference. So as you can see, I didn't pick up much product the first time, but you will see the color start to rub off. You see how it just turned orange like that? They're very pigmented. Now I'm going to blend that out on the top and on the bottom because that's kind of harsh right there. It's like an orange line across our eye. We don't want that. Blend it out. Please blend it out. And I'm probably going to go back in with that first brush that I had. Well, no. Scratch that. I grabbed a clean brush to do my blending. It's always good to have a clean, fluffy blending brush on hand, just so you don't have to use any of your really important brushes to be doing your blending. Just use a clean brush. And I went back in with that first brush that I used that had that mustardy mustardy orange, the mustardy yellow color on it to blend out the top. And I'm going to go back in with that clean brush and blend out the harsh orange line that was in the center of my eye. Blend, blend, blend. See, the sunset is coming together. We're getting those yellows, getting the oranges, the reddish colors. And see, we're going to apply the same color on the other side. See how pigmented this palette is? This is why I wasn't dipping into it as much as I could have, because now I have to make the other side match, because one side is super, super bright because of that orangey color that I just put down. So the palette is very, very pigmented. And as you see, I'm going to have a lot of blending out to do on that other eye to make it match up with this eye. Now we're going to go back in and blend out the top part with that same yellow color, just to bring it back because we kind of lost it when we have started to apply the orangey and darker colors. Okay, now we are going to cut our crease, and I'm using some concealer to cut my crease. And we're going to go about a little more than halfway when we go to cut our crease. Take your time with this because I know that not everyone's going to be able to get this step the first time. And it can be difficult to do if you are not used to doing this, messing with your eye like this or having different things on your eye. It can be kind of difficult. So take your time with this. I suggest if you are not comfortable with cutting your crease or you just don't know how to do it, there are other ways to create this look without cutting your crease. You can just use a wet brush and go into that color that you were planning on putting down in the center of your eye, and you should get a similar look. I love using this long flat brush. I have a shorter brush that I used to use, but this one is just more convenient. It works a lot easier than that shorter brush did. And I used this brush to do my eyebrows today, and it worked out pretty good. So like I said, we're going to go a little more than halfway. And then we're going to take a concealer brush, a fluffy concealer brush, and blot down this concealer because we don't want it to be super, super wet and sticky on our eyes. We do want it to be kind of sticky so it'll hold the eyeshadow when we go to apply it, but we don't want it to be wet on our eye. Tacky is fine, but we don't want it to be wet. So I'm going to take a concealer brush and I'm going to blot this concealer just to get it a little matte and a little tacky. And the color I'm going to go into with first is going to be this little light pink, kind of corally color. I wasn't sure what color to put on the concealer part, the concealed part of my eye. Cannot talk. I wasn't sure, so I just ended up choosing this corally pink color, and it turned out really, really good. Like at first I was kind of iffy on it because it was pink and it's showing up really pink, but I started getting vibes from like highlighter colors, you know? Like I've seen all of these colors all together and they do look good all together. I've seen a sunset that had these colors together and it looked pretty good. So I decided on this little light corally pink color and it worked out pretty good. And I'm using a nice dense fluffy brush to pick up the product and put it on that concealer. And as you can see, it looks really good. I'm going to blend the pink color into the orange color with a little black eyeshadow. And I'm going to use a blending brush, but I'm going to apply a little bit more of this pink color because I want it to be very, very pigmented. I like it to be just as bright as the rest of the colors that are on my eye. So now we're going to go in with that a little bit of black on a blender brush. It's like a little smudge blender, blah, really cannot talk. A smudge blender brush, and I'm going to blend that out from the outer corner of my eye on the side of my eye where I did not apply the concealer. And we're going to bring that into the pink and into the crease, but just a little bit. We don't want to put a bunch of black eyeshadow because we don't want it to get dark and muddy on the outer corners of our eyes. We just want that to be slightly darker because we did not apply any concealer right there. We want to have something going on in that area. And it'll look better when we go to do our wing liner. So we're going to blend those two together. We're going to take it a little bit up into the crease, but we're not going to get crazy with this black eyeshadow. Like when I'm going into the pan, I'm barely touching it. I'm only dipping the brush into the pan. I'm not swirling it around in it. I'm just dipping it into it because I don't want it to be black. I want it to just be like a grayish tone on the outer sides of our eye. And I keep going back into that pink because we're going to keep blending. It's a process, you know, it's a process. Doing colorful looks is going to require a lot of blending and a lot of patience. And they may not come out how you plan them, but if you take your time and you practice, anything is possible. You'll get better. I promise you'll get better. So we're going to blend it out, and I went back in with that yellowy mustardy color, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but this time I started with the black color first instead of going into the pink. I wanted to see if I would get like a different result, and I definitely did, kind of. The second eye that I did, it got a little bit darker when I put the black on first versus when I went in with the pink and then applied the black later on. They're kind of, they look the same in person. They look exactly the same. It's just I noticed these little things because I'm a nitpicker and a perfectionist when it comes to me doing my makeup or doing anything extreme like this. I can tell the difference, and as you guys can see it, you guys can probably see it, it's darker on the eye that I'm working on than it is on the opposite eye where I applied the black eyeshadow. But we're going to blend it out and try to get it as similar as possible. I never try to get my makeup perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. You know, you may think of something as perfect and someone else will see a flaw in it. So there's nothing, I don't think there's anything, you know, nobody's perfect. Nobody can do absolutely perfect things. But we can all try our hardest and be the best at what we do know how to do. So we're going to blend out this pink eyeshadow into the black, and look at that gradient effect that it has. I love all the colors that I chose. I did a good job on choosing these colors, and I was just winging this look. Like, I had no thoughts on how this look was going to come out. I had no idea what colors I was going to use. I completely winged it, and that's how I do most of my makeup. I wing it. I just start applying colors to my eyes, and then I go along with that. Now I'm going to go in with a eyeliner, and we're going to just do like a basic little outline. I'm not going to leave it like this. I just like to apply a felt tip liner first just to get the base down, and then after that I go in with a liquid liner to intensify the black, make it a little bit sharper, and make it a little bit thicker. But I always start off with this felt tip liner just to get a base down. Now I am going to attempt to find my liquid black eyeliner because I never have anything ready and I never have anything out where it needs to be at, and it's dark in this little makeup pouch. It's really dark inside this little makeup pouch, but here it is. And going to intensify that black liner. You guys will see the difference. That line is about to get a lot thicker, a lot sharper, and a lot longer. Look at that. When you walk into the job interview and they ask you, what can you bring to our company? Tell them you can bring sharp eyeliner. Those are skills. This is a skill that everyone will learn at one point. Everyone will learn at one point. Learning how to do your eyeliner and having it look symmetrical on each side, that's a skill. And I don't like when people try to put down others saying that something's wrong with how they're doing their makeup. There's no such thing as having a wrong way of doing it. If it works for you, it's right. Because not everyone is built the same. So we're going to sharpen up that line. And you see the tape is keeping everything nice and sharp. And it's going to be a very easy cleanup. Checking to see if it looks good on both sides. And they look sharp. Sharp as ever. They look so sharp. I really like how my eyeliner came out today. I really, really do. This is the best it's ever come out. It's probably never going to look like this ever again. Now I'm going to go in with a little mascara. And we're going to coat these lashes so we can get ready for false lashes. And I was so surprised that when I was doing this eye look, I didn't have so much fallout. I didn't have a lot of fallout. Because you know how sometimes you'll do your eyes and you'll use like really bright colors. And depending on the brushes that you use, you may have, and the eyeshadow that you use, of course, you may have a lot of fallout go onto your eyelashes. I had hardly any fallout on my eyelashes. Hardly any. Shout out to this palette and these brushes. They are worth the money. They are worth the coins. So we're going to coat these lashes and get them ready because they need to be correct. They need to come correct. We don't have time for games. They need to come correct. Okay. So now what we are going to do, y'all excuse this hat too. I didn't feel like doing my leave out. Again, mostly because I'm not really big on putting heat on my hair all like that. So that's another story. But anywho, we're still gonna be cute, you know. So now I'm gonna remove the tape, and you guys are gonna see the magic of like using tape, having anything up there. Look at this. It's nice and sharp. There's no cleanup. Let's move it on the other side. Be careful not to pinch your face with tweezers, please, because that will hurt. You see a little tape. Pull the tape off and you look at it. Look how sharp it is. Like, it is sharp. We are sharp. Look at that. Perfect. Just perfect. I love when it doesn't bleed and it comes out the way it's supposed to come out. Love it when things start to go my way. Now I'm going to zoom through the rest of my face and I will meet you guys at the end. Okay, you guys don't make fun of me. I like to accentuate my moles that I have on my face, so I like to take a little bit of black eyeliner and apply dots to my moles that are naturally on my face. And then I just add in one extra mole. I make one myself just because I'm extra like that. I don't have one on my cheek, but I want one so bad. And it just looks cute to me. Like, it's lately I've been doing that and it has been doing the most for me. Let me know and down in the comments if you think it's cute too, if you have ever done a fake mole on yourself. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of lip gloss. This lip gloss is like matte, so I only put a little bit on, and I think I only put it on like the bottom lip because it is so matte and they're super drying. And my lips are already dry, so I probably shouldn't be using this anyway, but I'm going to do it anyway for you guys. You see how my mole just looks accentuated? Like, you could see them on my face, and that's what I like. It just looks so pretty to me. You see, you guys don't have to add in the extra gold dots like I did on my eyes and on my eyeliner, but I'm extra like that, so I do extra stuff for no reason. But this is how the look came out. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Pictures will be at the end. Bye, guys.